Imagine you're 10 years old. Your father is in prison. Your mother abuses drugs. Sometimes you hear voices telling you to hurt yourself or other kids. Imagine trying to be a normal kid, hoping to grow into a normal adult. You don't stand a chance. Or do you? You do at Elmcrest. For thousands of children in central New York, Elmcrest Children's Center represents their best chance to reclaim the promise of childhood. It's a mission that began more than 160 years ago, when Syracuse was a small village of just 10,000 inhabitants. In these rough surroundings, a group of local churchwomen joined forces to protect the interests of poor and homeless children. They built schools, raised funds, and sought to rescue orphaned children from the unwholesome den of catastrophe known as the county poorhouse. Thanks to the efforts of these early benefactors, the Syracuse Orphans Asylum opened its doors in 1845, housing 10 boys and 5 girls in a building near downtown Syracuse. At the end of World War I, the asylum purchased a 146-acre farm on Salt Springs Road, then considered the outskirts of Syracuse, and constructed a much larger, modern facility to meet not only the needs of orphans, but abandoned, neglected, and abused children as well. By 1922, the new campus, with its 9 cottages and other buildings, was complete. By the 1940s, the asylum had expanded its services to include physically disabled children, and on the occasion of its 100th anniversary in 1945, officially changed its name to Elmcrest Children's Center. Today, the needs of children being referred to Elmcrest are more complex than ever. Children who have been sexually victimized and are now themselves abusers are among the fastest growing population. Boys and girls with increasingly serious mental health and behavioral problems are entering Elmcrest's residential programs and requiring more psychiatric services and supervision. More children with developmental disabilities or severe medical conditions are receiving respite care at Casey's Place. Meanwhile, the number of emotionally delayed and developmentally disabled preschoolers requiring specialized therapies has doubled in the last 5 years alone. And record numbers of children are entering Elmcrest's Family Support Center, which provides a safe, predictable environment for children coming into the foster care system for the first time.
Toughness of the issues that kids bring to us has really increased dramatically. And I mean that in all our programs. In our residential programs, the kids who come to us are more damaged than they were in the past. Quite frankly, they're the victims of some of the most severe abuse and neglect that our society can produce, I guess. The youngsters with pretty significant psychological problems and emotional problems, psychiatric problems. Youngsters who have been exposed to both physical and sexual abuse and in many ways play that out themselves. In our educational programs, we're seeing an explosion of kids who are diagnosed as autistic. We never saw that in the past. We're seeing kids in all in our educational programs and our programs for youngsters with disabilities. We're seeing youngsters who are multiply disabled, physically disabled. We are seeing youngsters who have medical problems, severe medical problems that we never saw in the past. So I would say that the scope of problems we're seeing has increased. Severity of the problems has grown enormously. And those kids turn around when they get in this environment, which provides them with structure, safety, security, treatment, education, and probably most importantly, the kind of nurturance they need. It's because while this is a private organization, these are our kids.
In order to help this new generation of children, Elmcrest needs your help, now more than ever. To meet this need head-on, the Board of Directors has developed a plan to update campus facilities and has launched a new capital campaign chaired by Syracuse University football coach Greg Robinson, Laura Robinson, and Tom Young. Key plan objectives include construction of 2 critical care units for children with severe mental health issues and boys who are sexual offenders, renovation of 4 residential treatment units for children with more typical behavioral and emotional problems, construction of a new family support center designed to meet the unique needs of children entering foster care from infants to adolescents, Addition of a therapeutic wing to the Early Education Center to meet the increased treatment needs of preschoolers with developmental disabilities. Construction of a 5-bed community-based residence for adolescents with autism. Altogether, Elmcrest seeks to raise $6 million over the next 5 years. When construction is complete, and with the help of a caring community, Elmcrest will have broadened the scope of its treatment continuum and expanded its ability to serve the more complex emotional and physical needs of children in crisis.
I believe what Elmcrest offers is a chance for young people, a chance to learn, a chance to grow and to develop, and it also gives them a chance to be a child.
Times have changed, and the needs of the children that are being referred to Elmcrest have changed also, and as a community we need to try and meet those needs, and that is hopefully what this capital campaign will allow us to do.
Many years ago, at the groundbreaking for the new Orphans Asylum, an official noted, "We have a great responsibility placed upon us, and God willing we will become worthy stewards of this great treasure." These words are as true today as they were in 1919. For in treasuring and nurturing today's generation, we secure hope for our own future and the promise of a brighter tomorrow for all children.